This is a story of three young men who sneak into the morgue to see her naked, fascinated by one dead beautiful girl. When the famous and beautiful actress Anna Fritz, Alba Rebus, dies at a party, her body is taken to a mortuary at a nearby hospital. Pao works as an orderly at a hospital, a job that gives him the opportunity to watch the bodies of young women that are brought to the hospital's morgue. One day he is stunned when the body of Anna Fritz, a beautiful and desirable actress, arrives. Going into the corpse of Anna Fritz, I had my loins securely girded. The film is distributed by Invincible Pictures, who recently released the uncut Serbian film to the public, and its plot is centered around necrophilia. I expected, from that selling point, and from the trailer, to find a supremely depraved film that may or may not have involved the undead. My loins were overly prepared, as it turned out, for the film I received, as the corpse of Anna Fritz delights not in the grotesque depths of Serbian film, but in classic tension, suspense, and chase sequences of slasher flicks of old. The corpse of Anna Fritz opens with the titular character, played by Alba Rebus, already laid out on a slab. Her body is pushed into a hospital morgue, accompanied by radio reports giving the audience a brief history of her rise to international superstardom, and her sudden death at a party earlier in the evening. She's deposited in cold storage by Pao Albert Carbo, whose unfortunate fashion choice of red Crocs immediately make him an unlikable character, but this is only the first of his failings. Pao sends a picture of Anna's body to his coke-snorting bros Ivan Christian Valencia and Javi Bernat Samuel, who immediately decide to come down and take a peek for themselves. Despite Javi's nervous protests, Ivan and Pao decide to take advantage of what will probably be the only opportunity they'll have to sex up a celebrity, and have a go at the deceased. The boys are shocked when, while Pao is giving his Tuesday best to corpse, Anna wakes up. With the fear of rape charges hanging over them, the trio of deviants debate what to do next, as Anna tries to escape before their thoughts turn to murder. From here the story charges through a series of misfortunes, moving briskly through its 75-minute runtime. There's no fat to be trimmed or wasted moments, which is a strength of the film, as it keeps the tensions high. Interestingly, the question of how Anna died and came back is never addressed. Story be damned. There are betrayals and chases to be had, and many moments where the characters continue to question, push, and often abandon their own morality. The quick pace helps the film stay enjoyable, and it comes to a close before the premise is exhausted. I found myself rooting for Anna, and curious to see how and when this cadre of young perverts was going to snap in the face of having to, essentially, commit and immediately erase all evidence of a murder. Ivan ponders out loud if it is possible to rape a corpse, and Pao replies that saliva must be used for lubrication. When asked whether he knows this from past experience, Pao confesses he has raped the corpse of a 17 or 18-year-old girl. Ivan soon decides that he wants to rape Anna's corpse and begins raping it, prompting Pao to suggest that he take a turn after Ivan. Javi is disgusted when they suggest he takes a turn and refuses. During their act of necrophilia, however, Anna suddenly returns to life and opens her eyes while Pao is raping her. She cannot move, but her eyes are open in terror. Pao screams when he realizes this, and the others come into the room. The men are then faced with two choices. They can either report Anna's revival and face rape charges, as there was no way Anna could have consented to sex, or they can murder her and cover up their crimes. While Pao and Ivan both want to hide their crime, Javi pushes for them to save Anna and take responsibility for what they have done. The three men argue and Ivan unintentionally kills Javi. Without Javi to stop them, Ivan is set on killing Anna. Ivan convinces Pao that he would be an accessory to the murder of Javi, and that there is no way Anna would stay silent if she is left alive. They decide to smother her with bunched up sheets so no mark is left on her body. While Ivan disposes of the evidence, Pao cleans Anna's body and covers her in a white sheet. As he is about to leave, Pao tells Anna to pretend she is dead, and it is revealed that he faked the murder. Ivan returns and they both leave the room. As they are about to get on the elevator, Ivan checks his wallet and realizes he forgot his card in the morgue. Pao unsuccessfully tries to convince him to leave rather than get his card, saying he will pick it up the next day. Ivan opens the door to see Anna putting on a hospital gown. Ivan furiously starts to choke Pao, accusing him of conspiring to blame all of it on him. He finally stops, announcing that he does not care anymore if Pao wants to go to jail. Anna sneaks up behind him and stabs him twice. He bleeds to death from the wound in his neck. Pao cries, saying that Ivan had already said he would leave. Silent, Anna repeatedly stabs Pao. Anna is then seen staring off with tears in her eyes and blood spatter on her face. Tonally, The Corpse of Anna Fritz shares a lot with other recent rape-centric plots such as The Woman or particularly Dead Girl. As with those films, it explores the objectification of women and the animalistic nature of sexual exploration in young men, who cast aside decency in exchange for thrills. Unlike those films, though, this film isn't nearly as grotesque or tortuous. The opening moments will push some buttons for those particularly unsettled by necrophilia, but once it has been established that Anna is alive, the brutality of the boys subsides, and is replaced by fear. In this way the film contrasts with The Woman, which was an exploration of abuses of power with a lack of oversight, and instead focuses on the breakdown of a person's morality when they find their back pressed against the wall. There's not a lot of clever turns in the film, and the setting isn't particularly utilized, but as a character study, it serves. While The Corpse of Anna Fritz was overall a well put together piece of minimalist movie making, my one gripe with the film would be the fizzle of its climax. I can overlook things like continuity errors, of which there is one major one, but I couldn't shake that the ending left something to be desired. The final moments, where the final shocks should be delivered, the great gut punch moments of visceral intensity are a really wonderful, aha, moment. Instead everything is decided by a rather lazy mistake made by one of the characters, which results in a rushed ending, followed immediately by the credits. It was a painfully abrupt halt. Still, despite the lackluster destination, The Corpse of Anna Fritz was a decent ride. With that said, The Corpse of Anna Fritz is not a perfect thriller, but it's an aptly paced ride that doesn't shy away from divisive boundaries. There's an icky, sinful nature to Krius's story. Yet the moments of necrophilia are never grotesquely exploited in a deviant manner. Translation. We're not forced to turn Vikin's film off immediately upon homepage. This isn't a Serbian film. Some faith is lost in the lack of explanation, given Anna's ability to just wake up in a morgue after being pronounced dead as a doornail. But ignoring that fact makes for an exciting experience. Well, more precisely, an exciting enough experience.